Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy JGM Wrestling back out here with a brand new reaction video. And in today's video, we're going to be reacting to 10 WWE wrestlers who deny ever taking steroids. Shout out to Wrestle Flashback for making the video. Haven't seen it yet, want to watch it with y'all. But y'all, listen, back in the days, bro, steroids used to be a really big thing that a lot of wrestlers used to like to take and really deny them all. So I want to see who he decided to put on this list. I can name a few. Let's see if I'm right. Let's enjoy the video. But if you haven't done so already, do me a favor. Please power up on the subscribe button for me on the road to 2K. Let's watch it.
1, 2, is this on?
With so many jack physiques in wrestling, people are often quick to bring up steroids.
Have you ever tried it?
What's that? What?
Okay, let's go to break.
And while countless wrestlers have come clean in regards to their use,
They test for steroids now?
They test for steroids. They have for a while. I couldn't get that way when I was on steroids.
today we want to focus on those who've either denied or never directly confessed to taking performance enhancers while working for the WWE on promotions.
So you're saying you're completely clean?
Completely clean. I'm completely against steroid use.
Very inappropriate, big guy. I'm gonna block you.
As we highlight 10 wrestlers who never admitted to taking steroids.
Have you ever used steroids?
Absolutely not. My answer to that question, have you ever used steroids, is the only thing I can say. I can't tell you that I haven't, but you'll never be able to prove that I have.
Before we begin, let's run through some honorable.
Son, what? Bro, just say that you did it. Like, it's okay. It's how it was back in the
Starting
days.
with Roman Reigns, who's been in the best shape of his career.
He's been in the best shape
2024.
now than he's had. Acknowledge the tribal chief, please.
Weighing in at 265 pounds.
Reigns had previously been suspended from WWE for 30 days in 2016 for violating.
Bro, I remember that. I remember when I found out about that. I was like a little surprised because Reigns is not like that huge.
The wellness
So for him to, you know what I'm saying, be on this thing.
policy, but that was only for Adderall and not a performance-enhancing substance, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. In 2018, Roman was alleged to have been involved in a steroid ring operating out of a gym in Miami. Reigns debunked this, stating the allegations were completely false and that he'd passed 11 tests in WWE aside from his one failure in 2016. During a radio interview in 2024, LA Knight lifted the lid on WWE's testing policy, revealing that talent gets tested every month, making the use of PEDs hard to get away with.
Is there a cheat way? Like, can you roid it up, or is that outlawed?
You can't. No,
it's not. So it's like the Olympics.
I wish that would make my life so much easier. Yeah, because that would actually make recovery easy. But no, it's every month we get tested.
I wondered
every
that.
single month.
Pac, or Neville as he was known in WWE, is famous for being completely shredded year-round, but he contends that he's roid-free as seen from a social media post in 2018. Shelton Benjamin was another genetically gifted athlete that addressed allegations of being on the gas on social media. While responding to a fan, Shelton said that he'd post the results of a test he took live, but if he passed, the fan accusing him of being on juice would have to pay $5,000 to a GoFundMe for Jerry Lynn's medical expenses. At that point, the fan backpedaled and deleted his post. Benjamin went on to say that his natural gifts are complemented by his healthy lifestyle, which is free from the use of any performance enhancers.
That's honestly how it should be, man. You know, be surprised. I mean, I'm big myself, but listen, when you really hit that healthy lifestyle and you actually on a roll, it just changes you. It makes you feel good.
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin, I got the super kick.
The best wrestling performer was Shelton Benjamin, by far, because he was the best athlete.
Shelton Benjamin may be the best pure athlete in this arena tonight, Raw or SmackDown.
Now we start the list with Bobby Lashley, someone who's considered one of the most genetically gifted athletes wrestling has ever seen.
Bobby Lashley. It is the pay-per-view debut for who I like to call the real deal, but in the sport of wrestling, a four-time All-American. Live with no fear, and a man who looks as if he's chiseled out of stone.
Not just because of how he looked coming in, but also thanks to the longevity he's shown in his career, to the point where in 2024, Bobby's not only wrestling
Bro, Bobby Lashley still looks the same. That's crazy, bro.
at the top of his game, but he looks exactly the same as he did after debuting in 2005. In 2009, while pursuing a career in mixed martial arts after leaving WWE, Lashley was posed with a steroid question. He responded saying, "I take the accusations as a compliment. I do things the right way, the smart way, and the legal way. I train my ass off and I'll pee in a cup right now." In a similar vein to Lashley, given how John Cena has maintained it.
See, for Bobby Lashley, I mean, Bobby Lashley's huge, bro. I don't know. I don't think he does though. He's just very genetically like built, but he works hard, bro. You can kind of tell.
An incredibly muscular physique throughout his career, John's been asked multiple times if he's ever used, but Cena's always been steadfast in denying this.
I've never seen you ever change or waver or whatever. Did you ever take any type of performance-enhancing drugs or steroids to stay looking like this?
I was really lucky as a kid to be surrounded by motivated individuals.
You never juiced? Were you able to get that way on your own?
Yeah, absolutely. I started working out when I was 12 years old.
Because you got beat up a lot, right?
Exactly.
Cena is about as cut as they come, but he said he's not steroid enhanced. I'm not only a guy who will say I'm clean, but I'll beat my chest to the world that I'm clean, he said.
I think he somewhere along the way took some little something.
Okay. When asked if anyone in WWE had ever suggested he get on the gas, Cena said, I was 225 pounds at 17 years old. I always filled out my frame okay. I started lifting when I was 13. I guess that's why I never needed it. John has also denied using testosterone replacement therapy, but continues to monitor his levels, and is open to doing TRT in the future, but only if it's a last resort.
I'm still absolutely drug-free for life. So if testosterone drops below critical and I still maintain strength, gains, health, wellness, then you don't need it. And even if then you say you need it, you have to say, have I done all I can before I hit the thing to launch the fire alarm?
Yeah, I can't tell you I haven't, but you've never been able to prove that I have.
Goldberg is pretty huge, but Goldberg doesn't really look like fat crazy. He used to play football, so.
From Cena in our last entry.
You know?
I can't tell you that I haven't, but you'll never be able to prove that I have.
Wasn't too far off from Goldberg's reply when asked the same question. To set the scene, Bill Goldberg was another freak athlete in wrestling renowned for his tremendous physique.
When's the last time you saw Big Papa Pump?
If you drew a picture of what a pro wrestler should look like, all you got to do is clip out a photo of Bill Goldberg.
Let's wait till Goldberg walks out. Who's next? That's all I got to say. Who's next? To settle their score, to settle their issue that continued through.
Bill downsized after he stepped away from the ring in 2004, though Goldberg worked hard to turn back the clock in 2016 for his comeback run, where he was in fantastic shape.
Yeah, wow, it's actually not that bad. Like, it's not a big difference. You know, he definitely looks a little bit slimmer, but he still looks jacked when he came back.
Turn back the clock! Goldberg is back!
To attain the size and the power, you have to work that much harder and you got to work that much smarter. So I'm training 3 times a day, 5 days a week.
First time in my history of wrestling, I had fun.
Shortly after his first stint in wrestling came to an end in the mid-2000s, Bill was asked if he'd ever been on the juice. He replied saying, I'm gonna have to take the 5th on that, which will probably answer your question, end quote. In more recent times, Goldberg was posed this question again, but in a rather unique way.
That steroids make your pee-pee small.
How would I know? I have no idea. I'll have to look that up in a dictionary or a thesaurus or encyclopedia.
Goldberg later admitted that he took roids once, but was afraid of being caught and disappointing his young fans, so he never touched them again as a result. Ryback's appearance and booking drew many comparisons
Ryback
to
is another one,
Goldberg,
dog.
and one of Ryback's main selling points was his almost inhuman silverback-like appearance and jacked-up physique, which he maintained for pretty much his entire career, weighing in at 290 to 300 pounds. The big guy has reiterated how he is all natural and only takes therapeutic levels of testosterone.
My eyes opened back up and that light came back on. I started with a whole new intensity and a whole new passion and a focus set. I try to push myself every day. I don't believe in the motto, you need time off. I believe the body adapts, and through hard work, your body can adapt to that and adjust.
So you're saying you're completely clean?
Completely clean. I'm completely against steroid use. I've actually been able to do it without it, and over a significant period of time, and I've had all my success without it.
Ryback said he took stuff before his WWE career, but stopped after struggling to get his test levels back to the normal range.
Before WWE, he used, a bunch of shit, shut himself down, realized he needed TRT, and then by the time he gets to the WWE, he's on, therapeutic replacement therapy.
Ryback has, however, pointed the finger at other wrestlers when it comes to the use of performance enhancers, including Jinder Mahal. Jinder began to get in ridiculous shape after returning to WWE in 2016.
When Jinder came back, bro, dude.
Guy, I know red flags right off the fucking bat, Dr. Black. That does not fucking just happen from fucking drinking your protein shakes.
He previously had a poor physique during his run with 3MB due to drinking beer and not working out.
The great ruler.
But Mahal began to dial it in after getting a second chance.
Mahal has gotten himself in tremendous shape.
What is that on your skin? Are those veins? You look like a road map.
And with that came a bigger push and greater opportunities.
You're gonna prime for success. How about prime for a KO? It almost ended it right there. Jinder Mahal. Listen to this. Jinder Mahal is the new WWE champion.
I mean, you're shredded to the bone. I know
That kid looked like he wanted to cry, bro. It's not that serious, dude.
you're working really hard.
There's nobody in the WWE that's out training me. There's nobody in the WWE that's out dieting me. Came back to WWE, people were saying you never hold a championship in WWE. Not only am I holding a championship, I'm holding the championship.
In response to whether he was on PEDs or not, Mahal said the following: "Nobody sees the work I'm putting in at the gym. People don't have that much knowledge about diet and the effects that diet alone can have on your body. You can totally transform yourself just by cutting carbs and even something as simple as drinking a gallon of water a day." Jinder went on to say that he'd been tested plenty of times but never failed once.
Have you ever failed a drug test? No. How many times would you say you've been tested since you got back to WWE? At least 25 times.
Made me a next level athlete, next level superstar, next level in the gym, just providing
I don't know, dog, but he definitely put in work, bro.
yourself with the right type of fuel.
Now, the Big Show's not someone you might ever think went on the gas. Due to his natural size, he started out in fantastic physical shape during his early days in WCW.
X's or Wizards or Salt
7,
Oceans.
4.
Oh my god, bro. Yo, Big Show too, back in the days, he was a giant. Like, he wasn't like fat big, but he was built, bro. Like, he looked like he was a good monster.
But over time, Show got larger and larger, so as to appear more giant-like. This was especially evident during the Ruthless Aggression era, as the world's largest athlete looked every bit of the 450 to 500 pounds he'd long since been built as.
Approaching the ring, weighing 500 pounds, the Big Show.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 500 pounds, the Big Show.
It was also during this period around 2003 where Show was alleged to have received packages of steroids from a Tampa, Florida clinic, where the supplying doctor ended up being arrested for posing as a physician. Then in 2023,
Damn.
Show was linked to a large PED doping ring from 15 years previous, where the giant was said to have been supplied with performance enhancers. Show, real name Paul White, responded to the claims through his lawyer, who stated that White is completely clean and never took any PEDs, nor has he ever failed a test in his career. The lawyer went on to say that White taking performance enhancers would pose a serious risk, since White suffers from an endocrine system disorder called acromegaly. Batista had one of the most jacked, muscular physiques in WWE
Batista.
history,
Man,
where he was
Batista
perhaps
was a
best
big
remembered for his time
motherfucker,
as the face of SmackDown. In 2007, where the WWE was under fire for their talent being enhanced following the Benoit family tragedy, Batista's name was included in an ESPN article listing wrestlers who were customers of a steroid distributor. It would turn out that Batista's name had been incorrectly listed by ESPN. Dave responded by categorically denying he'd ever purchased roids from the supplier in question. Batista said the WWE tests him regularly and that he's in full compliance with their wellness program. The animal even threatened legal action against ESPN. Since stepping away from the ring, Dave looks almost unrecognizable after dropping a considerable amount of weight. The Hollywood star decided to slim down to a healthier size due to his age, while also wanting to expand his future movie roles.
From the Toronto Film Festival last week. Here you are wearing...
Bro, it's crazy how he looks like a whole different person, bro. Like, that's not the Batista that I know. That's Dave.
Have you been slimming down in order to play these other roles?
Yeah, absolutely. I started trimming down for a particular reason. One, I started trimming down because I just got fat.
And I'm still 240 pounds. People like talk about me like I'm anorexic.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know, right.
6'4", 240.
Kane is another wrestler who hung up his boots in favor of a new career, as the Big Red Machine became the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
And new 24/7 champion. I still got it. But I'm not Kane. I'm Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs. Nice to meet you.
The mayor, real named Glenn Jacobs, had a fluctuating physique throughout his wrestling career. He looked his best during the original run as Kane.
326 pounds.
Kane was him, bro. Ah, man. We need to have another Kane somewhere, bro. He was him.
6'10", 326. The Demon Seed.
And his old theme song, and then the other theme song with Slow Chemical in the Ruthless Aggression era. Oh my god, bro.
In the Big Red Monster. You know when I was a kid, JR? I love Monster.
But a bicep injury in 2002 saw him return a fair bit lighter.
You're right. I need to do this.
The Big Red Machine is back. By God, is he back?
Then as the years went on, the 7-foot monster lost more and more muscle mass.
I mean, this guy once accused me of being a murderer and then pretended to have sex with a mannequin and said it was my dead girlfriend.
Conway to the monster Kane, who now sees that shirt.
That was until in 2015 when, as corporate Kane, Jacobs got into the best shape we'd seen him in for quite some time.
Pointed out that he didn't look like he was ready for action, but the jacket, tie, and now shirt. Well, he was going to lay down and have to get undressed to do it. Backing up Kane. I told you. And it's all about a casket match. You're right about that, a casket match in which, well, you try to put your opponent somehow inside that casket.
Since retiring from the ring and now during his time in office, Jacobs has condemned the use of performance enhancers, claiming that he never took any in his career. Kane's brother, the Undertaker.
But Kane looked like he really never did. Kane was just huge. He definitely looked like he put in the work in. From the 90s to him apparently looking a little slimmer, but he still looked like a monster. And then him getting in really good shape in 2016, I think, like he said. Like, you know, Glenn Jacobs. At that time, you know, like, he puts the work in. He doesn't look like he really takes any steroids. I don't think the Undertaker, he's about to say the Undertaker, but I don't think he's ever really did anything either.
Undertaker went on the Joe Rogan Experience in 2021, where the Phenom admitted to taking gear back when he wrestled.
We're tested for everything.
They test for steroids now?
They test for steroids. They have for a while.
Really?
Yeah. And which I don't understand, because there's some big motherfuckers out there and cut. And I don't know how they did it. I couldn't get that way when I was on steroids.
During the conversation with Rogan, Braun Strowman was brought up, and Joe had this to say about the monster among men's body.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, he's 300 and...
Come on, son.
30 pounds. Look.
Are we trying to say that guy doesn't do any steroids?
I'm just telling you. Hey, I'm just telling you.
I don't think so either, bro.
They test him, and then they give him a grade A. Good job.
I'm just saying
steroids.
Look, I can only say what I've had to go through.
Strowman had previously denied such accusations after a syringe was visible in a photo he posted online. Braun stated that it was for B12 shots he required because his body is sensitive to caffeine. Strowman's physique has changed over the course of his WWE run.
Who the hell is that?
I remember when he was like that.
What the?
And then he came back and he got jacked, bro.
What the hell is that? And there is the mountain of a man known as Braun Strowman. He makes his way to the ring, which is already filled.
With his greatest transformation occurring after he returned to the company in 2022.
Braun Strowman stalking toward the ring. And another one. Yeah, you were talking about that strategy of attacking Braun before the bell. Express!
Mark Henry was the man who brought Strowman to WWE. With his World's Strongest Man moniker, Henry was celebrated for his freakish natural strength. The key word being natural, as Mark has frequently spoken about being roid-free his entire life.
I felt like I did the best that I could do, you know, within the rules. I was not going to take steroids and join the club. People started testing me more because they wanted to actually see if I was dirty or not. And between the 95 and me competing at the Olympic Games, almost a calendar year, I took 19 drug tests. And there's been no athlete on earth that's been drug tested that many times in a calendar year.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Batista's in trouble! Oh my God! Look at this power!
Whilst making waves during his
the world's strongest slam. Damn.
youth in the small town of Syracuse, Texas, Henry was setting weightlifting records in high school.
Champion. Man, it felt good to be in the newspaper every week.
But he didn't know anything about performance enhancers. When asked by someone, what kind of juice are you on, Mark replied saying orange juice, totally oblivious to the world of anabolics. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out a similar video of 20 WWE.
Bro, I remember, wasn't it like a big thing when Hulk Hogan was saying that he wasn't on that? Oh, dude. Listen, man, it's a part of the game. You know, back in the days, people just wanted to have that look. If you had the look, you were going to be a big star. Especially that's how it was when Vince was running it. Nowadays, bro, it's not really like that anymore, man. It's more, well, at least from our side, it looks more cleaner. You know, we had Roman Reigns who, you know, with his schedule, he hasn't been on the show in a grip. And now he came back, you know, I think it was, what was it, for WrestleMania? Shredded. That's what time off does for you, you know. If you really do it right and you really discipline, it gets you those results. Same thing for Cody. Like Cody said, none of those guys really never need anything because that's what the business is about now. It's more of like actual natural physique and how you do the behind the scenes part, like what you are able to put in the gym, is kind of like what they want now. Like, this is what you can showcase to the world and to your fans. Back in the day, it was just, oh, big, muscular. Nah, like, we still got some people that are like that, and don't get me wrong, like, Bobby Lashley's one of them, and Bobby's still doing it. You got Omos, who's just a giant, you know, in general. So, like, natural stuff like that, and the work behind, of course, that gets pushed a lot, but that's how it was back in the days, man. Back in the days, it was just, a lot of people were just on it. That's really it, but, man, shout out to Wrestling Flashback for making a video. Guys, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor, subscribe to both of us. Yep, I'm subscribed to him. Subscribe to both of us. Thank you for watching. On the road to 2K subscribers. Peace.